Have you ever felt some days that you just cannot stop? By the way, sorry for the random quality. There's not going to be any script here. It's just for me a little bit of a not a rant, but this I think this will help you out because recently I'm going to share some things that I've learned with you just from being in Bangkok, Thailand. Second time here, but as soon as I've got here, maybe the first second day after that big flight, because obviously it's a long flight from the UK, you get a little bit tired, but that second, third day, it's like I've constantly just wanted to go. Like, for example, the business that I'm doing, the YouTube channel, the cryptocurrency channel, and that's where I make my income primarily now. It's like we are just getting better results, and then I'm just literally investing all that money back in to the channel. I spoke with two guys this morning that I've worked with Mr. Beast. I've obviously got the agency that's blasting. We're spending like 10k a month, and like a lot of people will get scared by that. A lot of people get to 10k, 20k a month in their business. It doesn't have to be YouTube, could be ecom. I've seen it in all businesses I've been in. I've seen it in ecom. I've seen it in all the businesses. They get to that 10k, 20k. And by the way, 10k a month, if you've never seen that kind of money working for yourself, it feels like 100k a month because you're working for yourself, right? That's fucking crazy to do. You're already in the top 1%, but once you get to 20, 30k a month, you kind of have two pathways that I've noticed. Pathway number one is you keep the money and you maybe upgrade your lifestyle, right? Or you just bank cash. But very rarely, and this is not to boast, maybe it's just my big ego, but there's very few guys I know, two to three. Maybe that's just because I've ditched all my old friends because they're just not about it. And I'm starting to see messages come from them like Jay, even old girls and all this kind of shit. I'm like, get fucked, bro. I got shit to do, man. We've upgraded everything. But the point here is, if you invest in yourself, there's very few people that will spend 10k back in the business to turn that 30k a month that we're doing to try and get it to 60. Very few people will do that. Very few people have that mindset. Very few people are like dialed in. Like, for example, I filmed think about this. Think about it, brother. Just think about this. I filmed 6 videos this morning. I was on an hour call with the guys that worked with Mr. Beast. I went to the gym, went to boxing. I'm filming this video now, and probably see a chick tonight. Just working all the time, and there's very few people that are about that. People have just filmed one video, that'll be it, and then they'll come back in 2-3 days and they'll just chill in that 10k, and that's absolutely fine. But if you want more, you kind of have to, like I've always had the saying, and my girlfriend, come on bro, say it, these braces. My girlfriend is always, she can contest to this, input equals output. I've had this saying for ages, and it's only now that I'm recently starting to see like how true that is. Like, input equals output. If you put more effort in the gym, you're going to build yourself some fucking muscle. If you put more effort in boxing or whatever kind of Muay Thai sport, if you're into that, you are going to get more output. Like, I'm just getting so better, and it's just like I'm such an amateur still, but it's like you can really feel the form. Like, even my buddy Tanner I was training with the other day was like, yo, what the fuck? These jabs that you were throwing, like I've never seen them before. Like 2-3 days ago when you just started, like they were pretty shit, and now it's like, wow, you could probably knock somebody out with one of those jabs. And I can feel it. I feel better, and I feel more confident. And maybe it is just a confidence thing, but past that, business, right? Input equals output. Business, guess what? You post more videos and you still keep quality. Guess what? You'll get more results. You'll get more ad revenue. You'll get more people sponsoring you. You'll get more course sales or private community sales or coaching one-to-ones or whatever you are selling, because you need to have a product. Ideally, don't run a YouTube business off ad revenue. Ecom, I've said this before. Input equals output. You test more products. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get more output. You're going to find winners. You're going to scale the winners, right? It is so fucking clear how this is becoming. Like, it's just literally, the game is becoming so easy, and it's just like, I don't look at my competition in the cryptocurrency space. I know these YouTubers that, like, I'm looking at them and I'm like, wow, you're really fucking not trying at all. You're really not trying. And there's a lot of people that are just happy with that, and like I said, that's fine, but very few people, a couple of people I know here in Thailand, we just want more. We're fine, but we're never satisfied. We always want more, right? And that is in every aspect. Like, literally right now, I just want it all. I want literally everything, and I'm going to get it. And this channel is just to document this kind of journey. It's just to go back and have some fun. But eventually, I will take this channel seriously. Mark my words. Eventually, this channel will be one of the biggest in this niche. If that's business, whatever, mark my words, it'll happen. I'm not taking it seriously. If I decide to take it seriously, it's going to happen. But we're just documenting the early days. And again, if this can help somebody, this rant, that's all I need. That's all I need right now. So what I would say to you, if you're at square one, and maybe you're at that 10k a month, or maybe you're at 0 to 10k a month, what I would say to you is, a big thing for me has been finding friends that are, like, friends are easy, right? But what I've noticed is in the UK, it's like you get rid of the, for example, your friends that you go out with and have a drink with, right? If you get rid of the alcohol, are they really your mates? If you go to the gym with somebody, it's a little bit better. I've got a guy called Dean that is my friend in the UK, but he's just not about it. He's really just not about it. And he's talked about starting his YouTube channel for ages, and he just hasn't made a single video. He's just not about it. And he's messaged me asking how it's going. I just don't have time. Just don't have time. So I've noticed a lot of people with that, and maybe that's because they're like, not going to get his situation, but the circle around them isn't great, and I don't want to be part of that circle. So when I've came here, people younger than me making 50 to 100k a month, it's hard to not just want to fucking go. People that are fucking could kick the fuck out of me in boxing, it's hard to just not want to adopt that mindset and just get better. So that's rule number one, I would say. If you haven't got a network of people, it is difficult. If you're making no money and you are stuck in the UK, stuck in Canada, stuck in USA, nothing wrong with these countries, you can definitely find it. But it's, if you're just stuck in like where I was, in Glasgow, right, you're not really going to find the people like I'm hanging around with here daily. And we're hanging around daily, and we're fucking about it. If somebody fucks up, got a guy called Marcus that I'm hanging around with quite a lot here. He didn't post a YouTube video the other day, and I fucking called him out, right? I will call him out, and likewise, right? But I don't miss a day now. It's important. I'm not missing a day. So try that if you can. If you have to go online and you have to pay for something, you're not going to find it here. You're not going to buy anything here, brother. Not right now. I'm good. But if you can buy something that you're interested in, if that is a group, if that is, for example, with me in ecom, I had to buy a lot of courses, and I don't think if I didn't buy them, I could have tried and failed it, but I wasn't getting any success. I was just wasting time. So if you want to cheat code that, find somebody that you trust. If you don't trust them, it's not going to work, because there's a lot of scammers out there, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Make sure you can vet them out, and you just look at the results. You ask around, you do some basic Google searches, right? And you take that with a grain of salt, and then you buy the product, right? If somebody, for me, how I started to get success on YouTube was, I started to buy some courses, but I was still testing. I was still blasting content. I invested a lot of money in YouTube, and I'm still investing today. Like I said, I'm spending over 10k a month, and I just spoke to two guys this morning that have worked with Mr. Beast, and they just kind of unlock something. So once you get money, that 10k, 20k a month, people just want to bank it. They want to just chase Rolexes. You can do all that shit, bro. They want to chase all these girls. Just get in shape. You'll get all the girls you want. Like, none of these girls know how much I'm making, blah, blah, blah. The girls are unlimited. So I know a lot of people, me, myself, if I wish I could get rid of that. That's something I want to try and work on, but it's probably not going to go away. But I like it as well. Just like a thing to myself. If I could get rid of that, it would be so easy. I'd be on 100k a month. But I can't get rid of the urge with chicks. I don't know why. I do know why. Because it's part of the masculine man. Right? All kings want blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into this cringe fest. But the point is, if I could get rid of that, it'd be an easier game. But if you just put in some effort, bro. Like, just I shared this on Twitter the other day. If you just wake up, put your phone, this thing, put it in somewhere, fucking chick, put it somewhere that you can't look at it. If you just do that, it'll be so easy. Don't eat any food in the morning. Eat nothing. Fast. Coffee. Black coffee. It sucks, but it's like you start to feel that black coffee kick in. And it's like if you wake up at 7 and you work till like midday, nobody can really, like, most people are still sleeping, especially in Thailand. Like, nobody can get a hold of me, right? Because one, my phone's thingy in the cupboard and it's turned off, and two, like, the UK guys, I know they're all fucking all sleeping. They're 6 hours behind, right? Yes, the guys here can get a hold of me, but we're all fucking working, right? So we're after midday, we'll start hanging around, and then, you know, we'll do something at night if we want to do something. And that'll help you a lot. That'll save you a bunch of time. Number 2 is just stop eating junk food. If you just eat proper good food like meat, eggs, etc., vegans get fucked. Vegetarians honestly, get fucked. I love you, but just eat some meat, bro. You're just gonna feel better in the gym. It's like, it's so hard to like get a good physique if you're just eating all this plant-based proteins, like protein shakes, man. You ever drink a protein shake and it just wrecks your stomach and you just feel so lethargic? That's why it's so important to fast in the morning when you're doing work. It's crazy. I think Hamza said this. If you guys know him, you probably do. He said, and this is so true, he said, if you're like a kid at school, right, your mom and dad would make you some Weetabix or some Cheerios in the morning, but try that, right? So wake up tomorrow, if you guys are probably eating breakfast, right, have some of your breakfast, your toast, your scrambled eggs, your fucking yogurts, your berries, your cereal, which is literally just sugar, and you turn so retarded, and then try and do that, but actually think of a creative video idea for a YouTube channel or try and work in your business. It's fucking impossible, and the work is just shit. So just fast. So get that done. 3 to 4 hours in the morning is all you need. If you're serious like me, I'm working like 10, 11 hours and I can't stop. Like, I literally cannot stop. But I love it. It's becoming part of the game. And I know I don't want to say crash, because it's not like I'm fucking taking any drugs, and it's not like I'm fucking taking Adderall or shit. But I know I will crash. And there is trups and troughs along this way where you're like fucking on it, and then it's like, But as long as you are constantly just about it, you're miles ahead of the competition. You're miles ahead of the competition. Like, I've seen a couple of YouTubers in my niche go two ways. There's a couple of guys that are starting to kill it, that have followed my advice, and there's just a couple of guys that are they're at 10k right now and they're just chilling. They're not going to be around. They're not going to make it, or they're not going to keep up with people like me, because I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to kill everybody. By that next bull run, channel's going to be number one. Mark my fucking words. And if it's not, let's just pretend it doesn't get there. It's not going to be less than what it is right now, I'll promise you that, so it's absolutely fine. I'm fine. If you set high goals in anything, if you don't hit it, it's just going to be a little bit less. People that set low goals, they never even hit the low goals. So set unreasonably high goals. Like, when I thought it was impossible to hit 30k a month, let alone 10k a month from a YouTube channel, right? I thought it was impossible. I was like, no way, this guy's a scammer. It cannot be true. And once you started to hit 10k, it's like, well, if you just put in a little bit more effort, 20k, 30k will happen by accident. And I could get to 50k right now, but it would involve me doing some sponsorships, etc. that I don't want to do, right? My whole goal is to grow the channel as much as possible, give the people the content they watch, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to call this video. It's more of a rant. But I just had some thoughts, and it was just like, fuck, there's very few people that are about it. There's very few people that have this kind of hunger, that just want it all. Not in business, not the chicks, not the Lambo, not the nice house, everything. And I think I've got it. And I knew I've always had something, but I really, really, really are starting to realise it now. I don't know if I'm getting more sun. That's a definite, right? So that's another thing about the UK. You get no fucking sun. It's so, like, your vitamin D is so important. Like, when I've came here, it's like, you just feel better. You ever been on holiday to Spain? Of course you have, right? UK guys, or whoever guys you are watching this. You've been to Spain, you've been to France, you've been to Italy, you've been somewhere hot. And yes, you're on holiday. Maybe that's why you feel better, but you actually do feel a lot better, and it's just because you're getting a lot of sunlight. That'll help you out as well. So if you can start compounding these little things, another thing is getting sleep. I'm struggling with that right now because you know why. But I'm being very strict, so I'm scaling that down. And I really need to get those 8 hours of sleep. And if you can just do all that, you're going to fucking destroy the competition, because there's guys in my niche right now that are jacking off, texting chicks all day and getting no replies, not going to the gym, binge eating, taking drugs, drinking alcohol, sniffing cocaine, chilling on their channels, and then posting once or twice a week. It's no competition, man. And these guys are fine, but you know, might make 10k forever, 20k forever, but they're not going to be satisfied, and they're not going to be able to conquer like we're trying to do, or we will do on my channel, and we're already doing that massively. So, bit of a rant. Probably just upload this. Might never see this video again. See how it turns out. I don't really care, because it's just a channel for documenting stuff for the future. If you're struggling right now and you're on zero, you just don't know what to do, choose one thing. Choose one business model and do it for 1 year straight. I guarantee you'll be at 10k a month. You can add the other stuff as well. Fast. Go to the gym. Get fucking in reasonably good shape. Don't have to be jacked. Just get lean. Get a low body fat. Sub 15%, sub 12% if you want to go hard. Sub 10%. I don't think I'm there yet, but I'm maybe 12 or 13, whatever. it doesn't really matter at that point, because it's just going to be way easier to work, right? Because if you're using your brain and working, and that's what you want to do online, right? Because if you just want to be a wager, you go and work in Tesco's, right? You're not going to, like, that's a different, you can eat Skittles and eat junk food and still fucking serve people at a till. If you want to do creative work online in a business and solve problems to get money, that's all business is. You're solving problems to get the money, right? And then if you're smart and you want to take it to the next level, once you get the money, you give it to somebody else to get you more money, it comes back and everybody gets a chunk. If you want to just stay the same and make a 5-10k a month business, that's fine. A lot of people would be happy with that, but that's just a cookie cutter business in my opinion. You can do a lot. There's so much money out there, and you gotta go for that next level. So hopefully that helped, bro. Take care and smash it.